A woman remove her makeup on Shabbat Kodesh. Someone just recently asked me the question. It was actually on Shabbat leading into Tish B'Av. Women put on makeup before Shabbat, and then Tisha B'Av was coming. She didn't want to have it on Tisha B'Av. She wanted to go ahead and wash it off already on Shabbat because she didn't want to wash it off on Tisha B'Av itself. Interesting, because I was wondering, why doesn't this question come up more often? So I guess really women put on makeup right before Shabbat, want to keep it on all of Shabbat. And as I looked into it, the poskim do deal with it very often. A woman going to the mikveh Friday night. So it's true in a typical case, a woman puts on makeup before Shabbat, wants to keep it on all of Shabbat, wants a nail polish on, wants some makeup on. But in the case where she goes to the mikveh, that's where it could get interesting, where she didn't clean herself totally before Shabbat. Things get busy and this and that, and all of a sudden she realizes, wait, I'm about to go into the mikveh and I didn't clean off my nails properly, my face properly, etc. So it's a good shaila, because on Shabbat you can't just go ahead and say, well, what's the malacha? What's the malacha? Who knows? Very often we have opposite malachot, meaning whatever you cannot write, whatever is an issa of kotev or writing, you cannot erase. Whenever you have an issa of boneh, building, so undoing it would be soter. So often you have opposites. So maybe you have soveya, and if you cannot color, maybe there is an opposite malacha, maybe not. So kotev is writing. This is not writing. Kotev, you have mochek, erasing. So the poskim do deal with this question in several places. The Shur Shevet Alev in Kuf Tzadichet by Chatzitza in a mikvah. In his commentary on Yoredei, the Lachat of a mikvah, in terms of removing nail polish and stuff like that, he deals with their Be'er Moshe. Chelek Chet in the 8th volume deals also with it regarding women going to the mikvah. Rav Moshe in Or Chaim Bet, in 1959, he had a shayla, a very interesting shayla of a woman who was working like as a clown in a theater, a whole interesting thing. Rav Moshe wonders, what kind of work is that to do on Shabbat? But after giving a little mussar and wondering about what the lady's doing, he gets into the technical shayla about removing it. Can a guy remove it using some kind of a cream? Amir La'akim asking a guy to use some kind of a cream. The cream might be memareach, smearing the cream. But what's the bottom line from all these poskim and Shmir Shabbat quotes from Shlomo Zalman Auerbach at the end of the 14th chapter, Shmir Shabbat? What's the bottom line from all of these poskim is that the idea of removing the cosmetic itself, the nail polish and the cream on the face, the idea of removing it, that itself is not a prohibition. That's not the problem. We don't say, well, it's writing, now it's erasing. No, this is soveya, coloring. You don't have the opposite malacha. So no one has a problem with the activity per se of removing it. The poskim are concerned about other issues. What about if you're using a pad or a cotton ball, and that could be, and you put some material into it, or you dip it in some kind of a liquid to remove the nail polish remover, and then you're going to squeeze it out. So that's a problem of sochi, or squeezing out. Or if you're going to go ahead and you can use some kind of a cream to remove these cosmetics, so that might be memareya. Or if you use a towel and you rub your face with the towel, so that might be tzoveya, you might be coloring the towel, that would be the issue. But the idea itself of removing it, that itself the poskim are fine with. So meaning if you have water, just going to wash it off. Or you have some kind of a liquidy substance where you could just rub it onto the face or the nails and you don't have a problem of squeezing out the cotton swab, stuff like that, that also would be fine. So basically the sum of the sugya, there's no issa per se in removing the cosmetics. It's just other side issues that one has to make sure they avoid. Squeezing out the substance, using a thick substance to put it on, or a towel, you might be tzaveh. But one avoids those issues and there's no issa per se. Shalom.